Brazil has won the FIFA World Cup more than any other nation, 5 times. They've given the world Pelé, Garrincha, Zico, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Kaká, Neymar, and now a new generation led by Vinícius Júnior and Endrick. Most countries wait decades to produce one football legend. Brazil seems to produce them over and over again. So what's their secret? Because Brazil wasn't born a football powerhouse. Football wasn't even invented there. Yet somehow, they built the greatest football factory the world has ever seen. And that factory is powered by 5 key ingredients. Let's break them down. Number 1. Football isn't just a sport, it's a way of life. Brazil's football story began in the late 1800s, when the game arrived through British influence. At first, it was mostly played by the wealthy and followed the European style. But the real transformation happened far away from elite clubs. It happened on beaches, in crowded neighborhoods, on dusty streets, where children played simply because they loved the game. Those places didn't have perfect pitches or expensive facilities. They had imagination. Playing in small spaces forced young players to think faster, dribble better, and solve problems with the ball at their feet. Instead of copying football, Brazil created its own football identity, a style the world would later call jogo bonito, the beautiful game. But passion alone doesn't build a football factory. Something else keeps the production line moving. Number 2. Every great factory needs raw materials. Brazil has one of the largest populations in the world. More importantly, football is deeply rooted in everyday life. Millions of children dream of becoming professional footballers. That creates an enormous pool of talent. It's simple. The more children playing the game, the more future stars are likely to emerge. But having millions of players isn't enough. Those players still need to develop exceptional technique. That's where Brazil found another advantage. Number 3. Futsal creates better footballers. Long before many Brazilian children step onto a full-sized football pitch, they play futsal. It's a faster version of football, played on a much smaller court. With less space and less time, every touch becomes important. Players are forced to improve their control, passing, dribbling, and decision-making. Pelé himself believed futsal helped him learn to think and play faster. By the time many Brazilian youngsters move onto a full-sized pitch, their technical ability is already years ahead. But technical skill alone still isn't enough. There has to be competition. Number 4. The competition never ends. Football in Brazil isn't something people only watch on weekends. It's part of everyday life. Children compete in neighborhoods. Friends challenge each other after school. Local rivalries create an environment where everyone wants to improve. Every match matters. Every game becomes another lesson. That constant competition helps develop players long before they ever enter a professional academy. And when they finally do, one final piece completes the factory. Number 5. The world helps finish the product. As European football became wealthier, clubs began signing Brazilian players at younger ages. Many believed this would weaken Brazil. Instead, it often made Brazilian football even stronger. Young players arrived in Europe with the creativity they learned back home. Then they gained access to world-class coaching, modern facilities, and tactical education. The result was the perfect combination: Brazilian flair, refined by elite professional development. And that's why generation after generation, another superstar appears. Pelé inspired Zico. Zico inspired Ronaldo. Ronaldo inspired Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho inspired Neymar. Neymar is now inspiring players like Vinícius Júnior and Endrick. The cycle keeps repeating. That's the real secret behind Brazil's football factory. It isn't one magical academy. It isn't luck. And it certainly isn't an accident. It's a country where football became part of everyday life, where millions dream of playing, where futsal builds extraordinary technique, where constant competition sharpens talent, and where the world's biggest clubs help polish the very best. 5 World Cups, countless football legends, and a football culture that continues to produce world-class players generation after generation. The rest of the world keeps waiting for Brazil to run out of football legends. But maybe that's the wrong question, because Brazil isn't simply producing great players, it's producing them through a system that has been growing for generations. So here's the question for you. Which country has the best chance of matching Brazil's incredible football factory? Or will Brazil remain the world's greatest producer of football?